Mental health in the workplace. Hello everybody, Tom here from the Company Code. I hope you're all well today. Today I think it's very pertinent to discuss the reaction of someone's mental health being bad in the workplace and how a workplace will deal with it or not, as the case may be. I've experienced this myself a few years ago when I was not well. I was at a company, and to be honest, their reaction and their solution to me being unwell mentally, like having depression and anxiety, was not what I would call brilliantly supportive. Now, I'm not going to mention the company name or drag them through the mud or anything, but what I am going to say is this. Obviously, nearly 5 years on, things have changed. And I'm pretty sure that most companies now are starting to come around to the idea of, mental well-being being as important as physical well-being, okay? However, my experience was not great. While they didn't not help at all, I didn't really feel that they took it seriously. I didn't really feel that they did enough. They signposted me to an exterior agency, which is totally fine, because obviously this is a complex matter, this is a medical matter. I 100% get that. But they weren't very overly supportive. They just kept telling me to go to the doctors. Okay, that's more well and good. But to be honest, for those of you here in the UK and in England especially, you will understand when I say that when you go and see someone in the N.H.S, that mental health services is not brilliant here in England. They certainly weren't back 4 or 5 years ago, and I don't think it's changed much in 4 or 5 years, probably due to budget cuts. So it's all well and good telling someone to go to the doctors, but sometimes you need to lend more of a helping hand and be a little bit more caring. And I don't feel this company was really. I mean, ultimately, my mental health was in such a poor state that I did lose my job, and that's not great, but that's how it was. And in hindsight, while I did lose my job, I was also someone who was a victim of redundancy, as there was another person at the company who as well was relieved of his position. This man was on probably 2.5 times my salary, and he was a manager. So it wasn't just me in the overall decision, but my mental health did not help them making that choice. In fact, it pushed them towards it even more. But the support I got wasn't too good. However, not every company is the same. Do not be put off by this. My company I'm working at the moment has decided to go down a progressive route, and they've employed people, they have taught people to recognise the signs of someone's mental health struggling. And like anyone who does first aid, there are 2 people within my office that are able to notice when somebody is struggling, and also what questions to ask, what to look for. And I think that's a progressive step really, because that really does help. See, it's a very complicated thing, the human brain and how it works, and we still don't fully understand it. And understanding why people suffer with anxiety and depression is just as complex really, what can cause it, what can trigger it. So the first step really is having somebody there that can understand the signs and symptoms, and maybe even just pull you to one side if you are showing those signs, is a bit more reassuring than just being told, oh yeah, here's a phone number, call it. Here you go. Anyway, this is my first of free videos this week. I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening as always. I really appreciate your time and your energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. First of three, as I said, put down in the comment section below if you felt you needed some support with your mental health at work. Do you think your company would be helpful, supportive, or are they just going to just pass you to somebody else to deal with it? How do you feel about that? Is there any measures in place you think that perhaps better serves? Just a question for you all. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below and leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know when my next content's out. Till then, guys, I will be back with another video in a couple of days' time, but until then I want to say thank you all ever so much. Take care of yourselves and bye for now.